Hi, it's Vanessa. Welcome to my little corner of the internet. Hello, welcome beautiful, vibrant souls. We have a pick a card today. So this one's going to be, I was inspired to do this based off of a personal reading for somebody, and the theme that came up, and this actually come up in several personal readings lately, is this theme of an energy disruption, right? So essentially, like, your energetic frequency is both something you experience internally as well as something that you emit, right? And this can be what draws things to you. This is what, I'm just getting comfy in my chair, sorry. This is what can be what draws things to you. This can also be really at the heart of what you're manifesting. So you could be doing all this work and you could be kind of, you know, trying as much as possible to get in a good space. But if you have something that's kind of dampening your signal, so to speak, or disrupting your energy, it might distort what you're calling into your life or your experience of those things you have manifested. So today's pick a card is really meant to look at what is disrupting your energy. This can be a person, this can be a living situation, a job, this can be a mindset, excuse me, I'm sorry, a habit, you name it. So this is what we're kind of going to be doing a deep dive on. This is also going to include information like advice from your guides about how to overcome this issue, any kind of additional maybe hidden information about this situation. So keep that in mind. As usual, we have 3 options to choose from today. We have option 1 with this solar plexus chakra stone that says I do. We have option 2 with this crown chakra stone that says I know. And we have option 3, sorry, my lip split earlier and it's like still angry at me. We have option 3 with this heart chakra stone that says, I love. So take your time. You can pause the video if need be, meditate, contemplate on the stacks in front of you. When you have selected an option that best resonates with your energy or the energy of your question, please head down to the timestamps in the description box below to take you to your selected option. And with that, we are going to get started. I almost dropped everything. Excuse my burp. Hi, group 1. Okay, so you guys chose the solar plexus chakra stone that says I do. I haven't seen your cards yet because I like to discover them with you, but I'm feeling a very manifesty energy off of this group in particular. Of all 3, you know, I'm very much a proponent of you get the cards that you get. So sometimes other decks get, or other piles will get extra cards out of one particular deck, and that happened in different decks with the other 2 piles. So you guys got the least amount of cards, which I don't think is a bad thing. Excuse me, this just means that the messages are either very concise or maybe you need less guidance. You guys are in a really good, I feel like you're in a peak manifestation mode. You're in a really good energy. So this kind of feels like something that just needs to get cleared out of the way. This doesn't feel as intense as the other piles did when I was shuffling. But let's get a look at what's going on here. See how we can get you in a tip-top, energetic, manifesty space. Okay, we have love partnership, 26, reducing to an 8. We have blue and orange showing up here. So this could be the connection between the throat and the sacral chakra. We will talk about it. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay, Sister Soldier with power. All right. Death, okay. This is some Scorpio energy kind of showing up. Wow, okay, we have vanity, more throat chakra here as well. And then we have, I think it's pronounced borage, but then the proper word here is courage. So I was like, what a rhymey thing to do. We have more blue showing up and red as well. So far, very heavy throat chakra energy, as well as root and sacral. Okay. I'm so sorry. Let me just get into this here. So the first thing I'm seeing, I'm going to have to stack them this way, sorry. The first thing I'm seeing, some of you are trying to manifest a love partnership, but some of you, okay, what's happening is you're getting in touch with your personal power. You're going through with death, this death and rebirth, right? You're going through this ego death. We have this image of what could be the sun or the moon in the background of this card. So this to me indicates that you're getting a lot of clarity, a lot of enlightenment on aspects that were in your shadow, particularly when it comes to subconscious programming and shadow work. This is putting you in your power. Because she's kind of looking like she's reticent to speak at the microphones, I feel like this is something that you've largely been keeping to yourself. You've been moving in the quiet. You've been getting in touch with your personal truth and your personal power. It's really interesting because in this deck, this shape right here is on a card that's with the property of pain, and it always gets my attention. This is something where I feel like you're emerging on the other side of some painful shadow work or some just very difficult shadow work having to do with painful cycles in your past and emerging into your power. So for some of you, what's disrupting your energy, and we'll pull more in a little bit, I have to say it is a love partnership. Now, this doesn't have to strictly be romance, but this is somebody who, with vanity here, this is somebody who is very much focused on themselves. This is somebody who, I'm almost picking up, I don't want to say empath, narcissist dynamic, but you may have been in your past giving away your power to this person, and they were happy to take that power, right? None of this is at a conscious level. This is subconscious going on here. So they're not sitting there being like, what creative ways can I screw over group one today? It's not like that, but they were happy to keep you out of your power. They were happy when you were suppressing your truth. And now that it's time for you to speak up. Sorry if you hear my stomach rumble. I ate breakfast not too long ago. Now that it's time for you to speak up. This may very well create a power struggle, which is why courage is needed. I feel like you've been doing a lot of this work, like I said, kind of in the shadows, behind closed doors. You've been moving in silence, doing a lot of this internally. Excuse me. And it is getting to a point where it's gonna be time, right? And with the red and blue here, the root and the throat chakra, this combination is all about feeling secure enough in yourself, secure enough within your place in the universe to be able to speak your truth. And with the orange, the sacral chakra showing up as well, speak your truth about what you really want, what you desire, right? Also being powerful in your creativity and in your divine feminine energy, regardless of gender identity or expression. So knowing your divine feminine power, and being very confident in that. I feel like whoever this is that you're dealing with, and again, we'll pull more in a minute, this person might like to try to make you feel like you're being selfish for being self-focused or taking care of yourself or taking back your power. And I feel like you're very attached to this person because there's love here. But I like the way of 26 reducing to an 8, which is a number about manifestation as well. You are in this place where you are rapidly about to, you're about to rapidly manifest abundance. And this person is kind of dampening your signal, so to speak, because the cycle with this person has ended. And the dynamic, the way it was, has ended and needs to end. And this person, I feel like, is not going to be very receptive to wanting to let that go. I want to find out more about this person. Not this one, but this one. Okay. The devil at the bottom. Yes, Capricorn energy. This is somebody who you have a soul contract with. You've had a karmic contract with. Now, I want to make this very clear. we can have soul family and soulmates that we have karmic contracts with, and once we finish the karmic cycle, then it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to not be in each other's lives, but the dynamic needs to change. The dynamic will markedly shift after that. So some people end up going their separate ways, and some people end up having just like a total sort of reset on the relationship, whatever type of relationship it is. So keep that in mind. But Hierophant reversed. I was making sure I had that right. I was like, my French isn't great, but that's a Hierophant. Yes, okay. Hierophant reverse. Page of Cups reverse. Queen of Cups reversed. Okay. And Justice reversed. My goodness. Okay, so I'm seeing kind of like two major scenarios here. Hang on, I'm just cutting the deck. Okay. So with these cards, there is a lack of stability with the Hierophant reverse. excuse me, I'm sorry. We have 2 marriage cards here. We have Libra energy here, Taurus energy here, so a lot of Venus. And because they're both reversed, this person, there may have been a sticking point around committing. This person was not stable for you. This person was not being fair to you. This person was not bringing you justice, right? The Justice card always has the balanced scales and the Sword of Truth. So again, there's reciprocity, balance, and there's truth here. This is what this person was not bringing. With the Page of Cups reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, I feel like this person's the way this person shows up in relationships is very immature because of their own unhealed shit. And as a result, I feel like, with the Queen of Cups here, even when you try to be nurturing, understanding, you try to really bring your best self to the table to make this relationship work, it was never enough. It was always being torn down. I'm sorry, guys, my asthma is just kicking up really badly. It was always being torn down. There was no sense of stability here, right? This person, I feel like, thrives off of emotional chaos. They have not healed their relationship to peace. And thus they are always destabilizing any type of union, solidity, balanced, grounded, reciprocal energy that you're trying to create. This person is not very mature with their emotional communication. There is love here. There is genuine appreciation and emotion, but this person's almost showing up like from the viewpoint of a child, where there is innocent love, but it's also very self-focused. It's through the lens of their understanding of self. So, excuse me, when they're getting emotionally triggered and wounded, they're projecting onto you instead of understanding that it's a representation of something within them. This person is very blind to doing the work. So for some of you, and I feel like with vanity as well, this person might kind of be sort of vain. Again, there's like a benign, semi-covert narcissistic vibe here. This person might be kind of vain. This person might be very focused on appearances, but more importantly, I feel like when you try to get clarity, when you try to ask further questions, like trying to get them, help facilitate them to do the work, because with the Queen of Cups, she's incredibly emotionally mature, right? The Queen and the Page here. There's a pretty big difference in maturity level. It's like when you try to help offer that to them. You guys, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to talk about the coughing in a second. When you try to help offer that to them, they almost fight you on it, right? So not only are they not giving that back to you, but when you're trying to show them how to do it, they are not very receptive. They're very combative. They can be, I'm hearing competitive. So maybe they're always like trying to like one up you, especially with vanity. It's very much about, I could pick up the card about surface level things. I'm like coughing extra for this reading, and so something that the lungs can be associated with spiritually is processing grief, right? We have a lot of throat chakra energy here as well. I feel like this person has caused you a lot of sadness, a lot of grief. The way this has gone down has caused you to be like, has caused a lot of pain. And I almost kind of feel like because you're showing up as the Queen, there's this energy where you're trying to be mature about it. You're trying to be understanding and compassionate. But it's almost like there's a lot of unprocessed emotions because there's this understanding with death that the way things have been between this person, that this person was showing up and not giving you, like this person was giving you scraps, crumbs at best. And that this person, like this cycle needs to end. So there's this kind of dual grieving that needs to happen of, this is what I didn't get. This is what didn't come to pass. This is how little I was emotionally subsisting off of for so long. And that's sad, right? We have to make peace with that and grieve that and like let that loss go in our own time. While also sort of the grief of having to let this person go, because there is a lot of affection here. I feel like also too, this person's very codependent on you, like very much so. So for some of you, this is a love partnership that you need to let go of. I don't know why I'm being called like to pull a card to see if this is your sign, because I do see another scenario here and I'm going to talk about it. So, okay, 3 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, if this is a love partnership, I feel like you could work with this person. You might have been trying to start a business with this person. Knight of Wands. Here's the thing. You wanted to build, and the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom. This person may have been very, very insecure with their money or like unstable with their money. But just in general, you wanted to build with this person. And with the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom, I feel like it's really interesting. So the 3 and the 5 of Pentacles are the only Pentacles cards that depict a religious background, and where this upright is about building and working together, and you feel like you're actually supported by the universe as you and this other energy are co-creating together. The 5 of Pentacles is about loss and lack and poverty mindset, whether emotionally or materially. And it also depicts a religious background. So it's almost as if you're being abandoned by the universe itself. This was supposed to be, it's tough, right? Because there is the soul bond here. And I feel like there's this feeling of this was supposed to be something we could build together, we could work on together. And you guys did work here and do, like, you guys learned lessons together. Spiritual work was done, but I think what you're grieving is the loss of this, like, this collaborative partnership that you really wanted to have together. For some of you, there was a fight about whether or not to have children. That was the issue here. But what was going on more than anything else is this person, this could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Like, again, we also have Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Libra showing up. But this person did not want to build with you. This person could not commit to anything. We have marriage showing up twice. We have, this is a baby card for me, and with the page, that's another child archetype. So this could be children, building a home together, excuse me, starting a business together, or just having a much more solid, grounded relationship, right? This person with the Knight of Wands, you know, the Knight of Wands, I know he's always known as like the fuckboy of the tarot, so he kind of gets a little bit of bad rap, but the thing is like, the pages are always learning, right? So when you're a page, you're going out and you're learning, you're a student. When you're a knight, you're kind of trying to take what you've learned and go out and apply it, right? There's a seeker energy to all of the knights, and this is especially true of the Knight of Wands. And the difference between like the Knight of Wands versus like the Queen and the King of Wands is that the King and Queen know what they want. They're confident because they've taken the time to do the searching, the soul searching. They've gone out, they've really like gone into the world, you know, try to really get a feel I'm so sorry, get a feel for what they want. This person's still in that stage. This person can't meet you part way, and I think part of them knows this, and as a result with this Vanity card, I'm almost getting this energy that they try to like kind of like blame it on you a little bit about like let me clarify this Vanity because it's gonna drive me nuts. Like, they might sort of accuse you of being superficial if it's about material things. 8 of Cups reversed. Okay. And the 3 of Cups reversed. I feel like this person's very much the Queen of Wands at the bottom in reverse. This person's a lot about, like, appearances to the outside world. So this is going to be, like, I feel like this person, whenever you kind of try to set boundaries, whenever you sort of try to get them to, like, you know, kind of mature a little bit, there's this energy of, like, especially if there's any kind of talk about like an ultimatum with the 8 of Cups, or they kind of feel like you might leave them. This is very much like, you know, like, oh, what, you don't want me to have fun? Oh, what, you don't want me to, you want me to be all work all the time? Or like, what will other people think, right? They kind of play off of, they use other people's perception of you individually and you as a pair as like a triangulation method, if that makes sense, right? It's what will people think? What will, you know, like, how will this look? Or like, oh, you care about everybody else's opinions more than, you know, about me. There's things like that. It's just very emotionally immature. Again, this person also could be very vain, where they care a lot about their appearances. They also could, with that 3 of Cups reverse, care about validation wherever they can get it, even if it's in an inappropriate way. So for some of you, this is absolutely what is blocking your energy. Now for others, you're trying to manifest a love partnership, excuse my burp, and you have been through a lot of cycles in your past with this exact kind of energy. We're talking about the instability one way or another, people who can't commit, people who are you know, not very emotionally mature. We have the Queen and the Page. Whenever I see the Page of one suit and the King or Queen of the same suit, that's a parent-child relationship to me. So you've had to fight your way through relationships where people are still very, very wounded from their childhood emotionally, and it very much impacts how they can show up. And the way that this impacts them the most is, I'm dropping all the cards, is an inability to commit. And what you've really had to do here, you've been finding your power and you've been finding the courage to speak up for yourself. Now, I think you've been doing this more at an internal level, and what is kind of, again, that imagery I got in the beginning of like, it's not so much something blocking you, something that needs to be moved to the side, is that it's now time to start speaking up, to speaking your boundaries more. I'm being called to pull a signal card, like you'll know if this is the situation for you. Okay, Page of Wands. You'll know if this is a situation for you if you've already kind of cleared out something from the past. So if you have somebody in your life, yeah, Seven of Pentacles reversed at the bottom. If you have somebody in your life who is kind of that energy I was just describing, and they're still actively in your life, like you're in partnership, you're in and out of each other's lives all the time, that scenario of like a love partnership blocking your energy frequency will apply. But if you've kind of already cleared that out of your life and you're sort of just like letting the dust settle, picking up the pieces, you'll know this is for you, because with the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, there is this energy here of being ready to start something new. And there's almost this energy, especially with the imagery on this card, of being ready to kind of like show the world who you really are, right? Come out and speak your truth with a lot of courage. There's something with vanity where I feel like you want to show people something. This may have been discouraged in your past. You may have had, I'm almost getting, you may have had a narcissistic parent, and it was like never about you, or it was never safe to take up space, and this is what you're getting ready for. We have the Moon at the bottom, so subconscious reprogramming energy coming through. Cancer and Pisces as well. The Nine of Wands reversed. The Seven of Wands, yeah. Wow, and the Four of Pentacles. I think you've had a long, long history of having to be other people's emotional support, having to dig deep, having to learn a lot of lessons through interpersonal connections. Excuse me. And it's caused you to have to, over time, kind of like resign yourself to being defensive, to having your walls up, to always worrying about other people and nobody really checking in on you. Not speaking up for yourself because it was pointless in the past. And so now what it's sort of blocking you is this Four of Pentacles, having those walls up. And so it's really a matter of just like really pushing that to the side as much as you can. I kind of want to clarify it a little bit more to figure out what this is about. Okay, we have Strength here, Leo energy. This is about, yeah, and then the Nine of Cups reversed at the bottom. So this is about really digging deep and finding the courage, which I love that we have this card here. The courage to go after something that you really, really want, particularly if it's going to put you out in the spotlight or in public view. There's a need to chase your dreams here. And for some of you, excuse me, doing so will attract in a significant love partnership, but I'm almost getting like, with love partnership here, if you're not actively dealing with anybody, these are people from your past, these are lessons from your past. And with death, these cycles have come to an end, right? It's time to speak your truth. It's time to put yourself out there. Solar plexus energy here. It's time to take action on your own behalf. So to really make sure that any, and not just romantic, again, like any love connections that you have in your life, any loving relationships are reciprocal, are really supporting you and showing yourself that love as well, being in communion and good partnership with yourself and your higher self. So I want to kind of just pull you guys a couple of cards of advice. We have the Six of Swords reversed. Keep healing, keep doing the healing work. Page of Swords, keep learning about yourself. Two of Pentacles reversed. Try to stay in balance as much as possible. And the Eight of Cups. I rarely talk about cards as they come out, so this feels like take everything one step at a time. There's that Moon again. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius showing up with the Page of Swords. So like I said, keep healing. Keep looking at your healing process as a learning process. I know this is a new way of communicating, but try to stay open-minded and open-hearted as much as possible, because there are going to be days where it feels like overwhelming. It feels like it's too much, and you're going to want to kind of be like, screw this, I'm going back into my comfort zone. And totally understandable, right? But this is also just saying, like, keep doing the healing work. It is leading towards something. Now, for those of you where you have a connection in your life that is important to you, but that is unstable, like we were talking about, this is really saying, I know it's very, very hard to move on, especially when this person needs healing, or when you and this person have done healing together. You have that bond. But you're being asked with the Page of Swords to try to contemplate kind of like a new perspective. Think about all the things that are on the horizon to learn. Think about, excuse me, this new life that awaits you here, because this situation with this person with the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Eight of Cups is causing you to be out of balance. It's blocking your signal, and it's time to leave this cycle behind. So either this person needs to wake up and do the work, or they kind of like can't come along because this person is now blocking your blessings. So I think that's everything that I have for you guys for right now. I hope this was helpful. If you need help with a specific situation, my shop link is in the description box below. I also take custom orders, so feel free to DM me there. It's been an honor, a joy, and a delight to get to read for you today, and I hope I get to again soon. Take care. Bye. Ah! Where did she go? Yeah. Oh my god, okay. I want to sip my tea. Hi group 2. So you guys picked the Crown Chakra I Know stone. When I went to go pick up your pile, the stone went flying off. So I feel like you guys are on the verge of like a big epiphany, like, bah, aha. Okay, and this might help with that, or this might be on its way to you. Yeah, because I'm like now messing around with my little dragonfly. Dragonflies are all but truth. It's got little kyanite wings. It's so cute. Very, very adorable. So yeah, I feel like that's something that is coming in for you. If you guys are kind of lacking clarity, your guys are like, yeah, we know we're on it, and it's okay. Wow, okay. So you guys have relationship change. 56, reducing down to a 2. A lot of blue here. So again, there's that understanding, there's that truth. Okay, you also have Tarot Whack with Humor. Okay. What order do I want to do these in? You guys are the only deck that got 2 of these cards, so. Ooh, okay, Self-Worth, Sacral Chakra showing up. Balance. Crown Chakra showing up. Okay. Oh, we have Calendula with Brighton. I love that. And we have, okay, we have Flow. I don't usually read Oracle cards reversed, but I'm being called to keep it, and it's in reverse. So there's a relationship that needs to change in your life. And what's blocking your signal is keeping things, holding on to things the way they are. Your guides are asking you with humor to try to see this situation through a lighter lens, right? To kind of, I feel like there's a lack of flow here. So to try to like go with the flow. I feel like there's a big fear of changing things the way they are. If there's a person involved, this person might be very funny. You might find them very, very funny. But let's see what's going on. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the Three of Wands. Okay, there's something, what else do we have here? The Empress reversed. This also could be talking about, and the Fool at the bottom, the relationship that you have with yourself or a business venture. So here's what I'm seeing, and you can figure out how this applies to your life. We have, like I said, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have Taurus and Libra showing up. This has a lot to do with your external reality and your sense of stability, right? This could be about a business that you own, or one that you've been trying to get off the ground, one that you've been working on. There is a shift that needs to happen in your relationship to either a business, a person, or your perception of self, right? And like I said, your guides are asking you to try to see this through a lighter lens. Try to like look at the bright side. You know, we have Brighton with Calendula. Try to kind of see the positive in the situation, because there's a lot of fear of letting go of this. I think that you found some sense of security in this for a while. With the Three of Wands, like dead smack in the middle, it feels like you were waiting for something to fully come to fruition, and it just never did. And the thing is, your ships are still coming in. It just needs to take a shift, right? Because there's something about the way things have been, excuse me, that has kept you out of balance. And with Self-Worth and then the Empress coming up reversed, the way things have not been honoring your energy. there might have been an imbalanced input-output. So you're giving much more energy than you're getting back. This has kind of a 10 of Wands energy. And the thing with the 10 of Wands, it is about carrying burdens. But the Wands are our passions, right? So we carry this burdensome, like heavy weight because we really love what it is. We're really passionate about it. We really want it to work. And as a result, we carry it much longer than we need to. And there's something here where you're being asked to go with the flow, because I'm looking at the light shining down on this like little throne here. It's like you're being guided to taking up your position of power, sitting on your throne, but it's just in a different place than you would have thought, right? Especially with the winter imagery here. It's, winter is all about rest and pause. And at the time I'm filming in the Northern Hemisphere, we are in the winter season, so that might be significant. But there's a sense of in resting and in pausing, there is a lot of power. So for some of you, this could be your relationship to a business, to your career, and you're having to take a different approach. You're having to learn to work differently. This might be taking breaks, and there's a lot of fear around, will I lose momentum? Will I lose clientele? Excuse my burp. Will I, will my competitors get an advantage over me? There's something kind of like that about this fear of, with the 3 of Wands, my ships won't come in. And that's not at all the case, right? Rest is productive. I feel like somebody here needs to hear that. Especially if you're trying to come up with an idea, right? Taking breaks is really important. So what's dampening your energy is this almost lack mentality of, I can't take a break. I need things to stay the way they are, because if I don't have that, everything's going to fall apart. When in reality, there needs to be more flow. There needs to be a change, because the way things have been keeping you stuck. I feel like it worked for a while, but your frequency is growing and expanding, and that means the way you handle and manage your energy needs to grow and expand as well. That's what Spirit's trying to bring you. I want to know more about this though. Okay, yeah, exactly. 5 of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. Can't make this shit up, babes. Exactly what we're talking about. And the Fool at the bottom, there's a beautiful new venture, new opportunity that Spirit's trying to bring you. Yeah, and the 4 of Wands reversed is poking its little head out, but it does require deconstructing something that used to bring you joy and stability, or you thought was going to bring you joy and stability. And the reason why is exactly like we said: lack mentality, poverty mindset, feeling like you don't have enough, like you're always kind of reacting instead of responding. You're always kind of on the back foot, right? You never feel like you're on solid ground. This change, especially with the balanced scales here and here, is going to bring in this reciprocity. Now, if this is in a relationship, because we have a relationship change, what is changing is the dynamic with this person, right? And the reason why, like I said, there were some self-worth wounds that needed to be brought up to be healed, because things were imbalanced between the 2 of you. So if this is somebody that you are trying to make things work with, that you're trying to reconnect with, that you are trying to fix things with, what Spirit's asking you to do is try to go with the flow. And again, with humor, try to it's almost like humor me a little bit. Like, try to see how funny and ridiculous life is sometimes. I feel like there's a lot of fear around things changing, because there's a fear of both being back in this this unbalanced, unequal give and take, lack mentality mindset. But there's also just a fear around things changing, because I do feel like you built something with this person. There's a fear of if it changes, if I let it change, I might lose it, right? It might not be as good. There's a fear. I want to know more about this. What is the fear in this change? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, 6 of Cups reversed and the High Priestess. There's fear of the unknown. We have Pisces showing up. Fear of Pisces. There is a fear of letting go of the past, because I think even though there were a lot of moments where it was this kind of lackful mentality, it was imbalanced. There are also really nice moments, right? You and this person have a soul bond with the 6 of Cups. Now, if this is not related to a person, again, there were some really nice moments. There were some nostalgic moments, because I feel like there's almost this growing and changing kind of energy. So let's say this was a business you had and you were running it one particular way. It's almost like, yeah, but this is how I started it. But it's time to grow now, right? It's time to take a leap of faith with the Fool, and that requires that we be willing to do things differently. This is the relationship, to yourself as a business owner, or in your career, as a leader. This is allowing yourself, because we have the Empress showing up reversed, like allowing yourself to see yourself as powerful in a new way. And for some of you, powerful enough, like I said with taking your throne, powerful enough to really know your worth and set boundaries based on that. But the fear here is the fear of the unknown and letting go of the past, because there were nice moments, right? It's not all bad. Letting go of the past. What is this? The Fool. Exactly, because there is this new journey that wants to emerge. Stop. And this is what you're being asked to you're being asked to really open up to the flow. Being asked to really do, so like maybe doing like release work, like journaling about this, utilizing especially the next new moon and the next full moon to kind of help you with this process might be really, really useful. But there is this need to see that the future ahead of you is bright, right? It's okay to let go of the past, because ultimately, even if there were nice moments, it kept you in this energy, right? It kept you disempowered. It kept you in a lackful place, and it's time to let things shift. What is this? Yeah, the Hierophant reversed. This might be like a little bit kind of off the beaten path or not what you were expecting, but there's also something where this situation was unstable before, and it didn't really honor you. I feel like this is almost an energy of, spiritually speaking, it's time to put your money where your mouth is, in the sense of like, if you've been working on your self-worth, which, yay, good for you, that's hard. This is time to really implement that and put that into practice, right? And try to allow things to flow and change, right? Because I'm almost picking up this rigidity with relationship change, where it's like, as you start to, like, I feel like there's this almost struggle with being your new self with people from your past. And it's asking you to kind of flow with how things show up now, right? Flow with changes in general. Excuse my burp. So I kind of want to get a better feel of what this is really talking about for most of you. And granted, this is a general read, so if you're looking for help with a specific situation, consider a personal reading. The Chariot, some of you are going to be moving. Some of you, this is dealing with home and family. This could be dealing with a Cancer, or you could be Cancer. The Star, okay. Aquarius energy. The Seven of Wands, okay. And then the Hierophant. There's something here where whatever the situation was or is, you're defending it to the death. You're not wanting to let it go the way it is, even if it was with that Five of Pentacles not fully honoring you, or it was out of balance. There's almost this desire to hang on to it, because this can be about blocking your blessings as well, to hang on to the way things were at all costs, because this is very spiritual energy. There's something, it's like a wish come true, and it felt like it was very much meant for you. I feel like it helped you grow with the Hierophant. It helped you grow. It helped you step into kind of your authentic spiritual self. It helped you maybe get aligned with your path, your purpose. It helped you spiritually develop and blossom. And so there's this fear of letting it go, both because there were very nice moments, but also because it's been so significant. But that cycle has ended because you have learned the lessons and things are balancing out now. Meaning things need to change in order to honor this new version of you. So this is really all about what's blocking your energy frequency is this fear of change. So working on that, working through that is probably going to be the most productive use of your time. I want to clarify balance really quickly. I think we have a big, okay. Because the Six of Wands, I was going to say we have a good idea, but the Six of Wands, I think with the third eye chakra showing up here, intuitively you know that there is success up ahead. There's public recognition. Things are, especially with the Seven of Wands, right? Because he's got one wand and he's fending off 6 wands. And that's why I was talking about blocking your blessings. You know your blessings are coming in quickly with the Chariot, expeditiously. Victory and success abound for you. And it's all a matter of taking the next step, right? And this is all I've heard. I can't remember who it was. I feel so bad. There was a tarot reader years ago that I heard call this card Playing Dead, and I almost peed myself. It was so funny. It's all a matter of, yeah, taking action, having a conversation with somebody potentially, being willing to work in a new way, right? Move in a new direction here. Again, for some of you, this is all about honoring your work-life balance, right? We have rest that's needed, and then a lot of hard work with the Eight of Pentacles. And so for some of you, you're afraid to kind of let go of the grind, and this is your team saying it's okay, right? You had this clarity, or you're having this clarity, this epiphany around You know, again, rest is productive. It's okay to change the way you show up in the workplace. It's just as productive. And like I said, with this balance, this is really like, these are the blessings that you know are meant for you. And you are ready for them. And there's this fear of taking this next step. I want to know more specifically what this next step is for you guys, just to kind of give you a better hint. Okay, Seven of Pentacles reversed. And the Six of Pentacles, okay. The next step, and the Empress reversed to the bottom. I kid you not. The next step for you guys, this will be different for all of you, is taking very practical, concrete, material world steps with the Pentacles here to let go of what did not happen, right? Let it go. Easier said than done, but I get to sit here and preach from behind the camera, so haha. No, but I understand. You know, some of you, there is like, you were giving away, because I'm looking at the hands reaching out, you're just like giving away your energy all the time, and this is really letting go of things that deplete you, right? You've planted seeds, and when this card's upright, this is suggesting hang on, just wait a little longer, things are going to burst forth into fruition. Reverse, this suggests that it's not going to happen and to cut your losses. You've invested into something. For some of you, like, you're dealing with like that sunken cost fallacy, and this is just saying the steps you can take with the Two of Swords. I feel like you're afraid to like close the door on the past. You're afraid to take this action. You're afraid to have this conversation. You're afraid to finally, for some of you, you've been in rest mode, you've been in contemplation, and you're afraid to finally like kind of be like, you know what, I'm healed, I'm ready. And there's a next step that needs to be taken, and this is, like I said, taking active steps to clear anything out from your life that is not blossoming and flourishing, because like you're in this Empress energy, babe. Like, regardless of gender identity or expression, you're in your Empress energy, and the only thing blocking your blessings right now is the stuff that still needs to like be pruned, essentially. Things that are not, you like, where you don't see active growth, they are not serving you. You know, even if the needle is moving slowly, I have a stray hair. If you see it moving, that's a different situation. Sorry, this is gonna bug me if I don't do something about it. It's probably gonna bug me even if I do something about it. All right, I'm almost done, you guys. All right, one more. All right, we're done now. So taking these very active steps, these would be things that you know are not serving you, right? Habits where you're like, I've been wanting to quit this for a while. You know, maybe keeping that person in your phone that you've had them blocked forever, and it's like time to delete their contact info, right? This is something where, you know, it's, oh, I've been meaning to get XYZ under control. You're finally doing it, right? This is something you're very aware of. You're aware that it's not blossoming. And for those of you who are kind of on the fence, I do feel like you're going to be getting more and more epiphanies. I don't know, I heard the phrase praying for epiphanies, so I don't know if you guys like to pray, but if you do, that might be a helpful thing, or just setting intentions. You guys, these stray hairs, setting intentions might help. But this is what's going to bring in your sense of balance, your sense of stability, this reciprocity you've been seeking, as well as bringing in these blessings quick. This is fast moving energy. So I think this is just about everything that I have for you, group 2. I hope this has been helpful. If you're looking for help with your specific situation, like I said, shop is linked in the description box below. And you can always check out the readings I have available or DM me for a custom reading. So it's been an honor, a joy, and a delight to get to read for you today, and I hope I get to again in the future. Take care. Bye. Hi, group 3. Okay, so you guys chose the green heart chakra stone, which I love. I feel like there's something that, and this has kind of been a collective theme so far, but there's something that is blocking your frequency, and this is something that, like, I feel like you do this because you really love this person, this job, right? Whatever this is, right? Whereas like group 2 had a similar theme, but it was more like an attachment, right? It was like fear of change with also like fondness for the past. Excuse me. This is for someone or something that you actively have a lot of love for. You guys are, there's a connection in the heart chakra here. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And this, I feel like there is, of all the energies in the groups, there's something where there's the closest balance here. But there's still something that's being, that you're holding on to, and it's throwing you out of balance energetically, if that makes sense. And again, it's all because of the love here. So let's see what you guys have for what is blocking your energy frequency. Domestic harmony. Every single card today has had a lot of blue on it. So there's a lot here about the throat chakra. And again, we have throat and heart here. So this has been about personal truth and authenticity. And for you guys, this is very much about how you feel. 46 reduces to a 10, the end of a cycle, which also reduces to a 1, implying a new beginning. And originally, I don't really read oracle cards reversed, but I am pointing out that originally it was reversed. So there is a situation that is either the source, it's coming from a lot of disharmony in the home, or causing a lot of disharmony in your home or in your living situation or a potential living situation. Let's see what else you have. Okay, we have knowledge showing up. Okay. Excuse me. Trout lily with patience. Yeah, okay. We have the sacral chakra with completion. That's really interesting too, because one of the other piles had a death kind of related image on it as well. We have sweetness. It was originally reversed. I'm actually being kind of called to leave it like that. And mystery. Okay. So I feel like there's a situation here for a lot of you. This is very likely with family. For some of you, this is with your child, particularly if you have a teenage or adult child. This also could be with your parent. But there's something here where the sweetness is drained out of this situation. And I feel like there's a mystery as to why. Like, I don't understand why things change, right? Completion indicates there's the end of a cycle. We saw that with the number 10 showing up. I feel like you've been very, very patient with this person. You've been very patient with the situation, waiting for it to grow, waiting for it to change, right? Because I'm really drawn to the beautiful blossoming oak tree on her shirt. And there's a lot of, oh, it's not hearts, but they look like hearts. Again, you know, there's something here where I feel like you've been very, very patient in this situation because you understand that change and growth takes time. This is why I feel like there's a parent-child relationship here. Does not have to be. This could also be with like, you know, a partner, a spouse. This could be with another family member, like a grandparent. Excuse me. And there's been, like I said, the thing that's been keeping you hanging on is because you love this person. Very much so, unconditionally is what I'm kind of getting. I want to know more about this though. So what is this situation here? The Queen of Swords reversed. Okay. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Straight out and the Two of Cups. Straight out the gate with the people on the court cards. The Six of Cups reversed and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. And the Fool at the bottom. There is a new beginning that is on its way. So what I feel like is happening here, we have, so whenever I see the King or Queen of one suit and the Page of the same suit, that is a parent-child relationship to me. And it's sometimes when I see the King or Queen of one suit and the Page of a different suit show up in the same reading, this is like a parent-child dynamic where you're very different people and there's that feeling of being almost alienated. This is kind of what I'm getting here. So we have the Page and we have the Knight of Pentacles both reversed. This is something that's been going on for a long time. I feel like you've been trying to give to this person. Things may have been, things are not always bad with the Two of Cups, right? There is this love. There's reciprocal love, right? Equal give and take when it comes to the emotions. You feel mutually. But there's been this cycle of discord and almost irritation is what I'm getting. That's been going on since childhood. You and this, I feel for many of you, it's a family member. It does not have to be. Like I said, this could also be a partner. This could be a spouse. But this is somebody you either share a home with or you are like, you know, en route to doing that, right? This is a more established connection. This is somebody you share a past life with. There are past life energies that had to be worked out here. Karmic contracts that had to be worked out. And with Saturn's recent transits into Pisces, if I could talk, This is a time where a lot of people have wrapped up some pretty significant karmic cycles. And so this might be kind of impacting this relationship. But I feel like through these karmic cycles, again, the sweetness sort of drained out of this situation. And I feel like there's still, with mystery, there's still a lot of like unanswered questions as to why things went the way they did. We have the snakes here in the kind of caduceus imagery, and snakes have that dualistic imagery of being both very like transformational and healing, but also deceptive. And still there's like this confusion around, you know, how was this good for me? Why did this happen? There's a lack of clarity. And in part because of the lack of clarity, but also in part because of your emotional connection and the past life connection with this person. This is what is producing this uncertainty of, was this good for me? What was the purpose? What am I learning? Have we transformed past this? I feel like you guys are trying to figure out, can we overcome this, right? Can we fix this? And for many of you, I've got to be honest, I feel like whatever cycle is ending, like I feel like you guys, the cycle is ending, right? And it's becoming more peaceful, but I feel like you and this person are going to be kind of releasing each other, at least a certain amount. Maybe spending less time together. Maybe you'll be moving out. Maybe one of you is relocating to a completely different region. And so what's happening here, there's been a consistent problem with this person. With the Queen of Swords, this could be one of several things I'll clarify in a minute, but I want to throw out all the scenarios. This person is not so great with boundaries. This person is not great with voicing their own boundaries. They're not great with accepting your boundaries. This person feels like they are entitled to your time and energy sometimes, especially because the emotional connection here, right? The past life connection. I'm really drawn to the butterfly on top of her crown area. If you've been going through kind of like shifts and transformations, this person feels entitled to know everything that's going on with you. This person feels like they're entitled to know about every change you want to make, or like, it's like with knowledge here, they know that you know. They know that you're wise. They know that you're perceptive. They know that you're, I'm getting very much this high priestess kind of energy. They know that you're like this spiritually attuned person. And so they might always be kind of like bugging you for your opinion. That sounds bad, but that's not how I mean it. It's just like they might always be trying to talk to you. They might always be seeking your wisdom and counsel. They don't, because the sword suit deals with the mind and communication, they don't have very good mental and communicative boundaries. And this might have been a role that you guys have been acting out, a cycle you've been acting out for a long time, or this could be something that's from childhood that has come back around recently to be finally resolved, right? The Page to the Knight reverse. There's something here where I almost feel like, because the page is like a seeker, right? He's going out into the world to figure out what he wants to build for his empire. And then the knight is the person who starts to, once the page is kind of figured out, like, okay, I got an idea I want to work with, the knight is the person that takes steps consistently. And there's almost this energy that like, they disrupted this process for you. I feel like if this is like a parent, like, you never got to do this, you never got to have this. If this is like your child, maybe you know, the circumstances around when you've had them, whether it's like, you know, restricted finances, or you were really young or something, and something like your process got disrupted here. And I feel like you guys don't mind that necessarily, but it's the way that they're kind of handling things now. I gotta know more about this. So first of all, I want to figure out with the Queen of Swords reverse, what is this boundary issue? Okay, the Six of Wands, interesting. And the Three of Wands. This person, if you're thinking about moving, this person doesn't want you to move. King of Pentacles reversed to the spot at the bottom. And it's interesting because we have that Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This person, if this is like a parent, or this person might be afraid, your parent might be afraid that you like your other parent more. If this is your child might like try to kind of like triangulate between you and your co-parent. And I say this because the Queen of Swords upright, she's very direct, she is blunt, sometimes to a fault, but she's, you know, she's blunt, but she's very honest, and she's very I almost said authoritative, but like she's very much in her integrity. Reversed, she is not that. She communicates poorly, she is vague, unclear, she lacks awareness, like self-awareness. She can be deceptive, she can be manipulative. And there's something here where this person does that because this person hasn't matured, right? It's not like they're sitting there being like, how can I mess up Ruth 3's life today? They have not matured. This could be a family karmic pattern as well, is what I'm getting for some of you. But what this boundary issue is, this person is afraid if you succeed, it will take you away from them, right? So with the King of Pentacles reversed at the bottom, they're afraid of you getting stable. They are trying to disrupt your stability, or at the very least, they are very comfortable with disrupting your stability, right? This person might always have their nose in your business. This person might always be offering unsolicited advice, right? This person with mystery, I feel like this person's very uncomfortable with you keeping things to yourself. This person doesn't like that because they know that you have knowledge they do not, and they feel, I'm hearing the word inadequate, but they feel uncomfortable with that because the fear is that you're going to be leaving them. And paradoxically, they are most likely causing with their behavior the exact thing they're afraid of. It's a very self-sabotaging kind of energy here. And as a result, I feel like with sweetness reversed, more recently, and I'm hearing 3 years, so this could have to do with Saturn's transit. More recently, this cycle has really ramped up, right? And I feel like you've been trying to be very patient with this person because there's love here, and you've known this person for a very long time. But it's like this person's actions and behaviors. Again, this person is very indirect. This person can be manipulative. This person can be sneaky. They could be kind of a liar. They could try to hide things from you, but they also kind of like imply or outright demand that you tell them everything. There is this is the fear, is that this person's terrified if you start succeeding, you start moving toward what you want, it will take you away from them. They're also afraid that with Six of Wands, if people start recognizing you for your, like you have power, you have a lot of wisdom, you have this beautiful kind of temperance of this knowledge with also this patience and this compassion. And like, that's a beautiful skill set. That's a gift. And there's this fear that if you start bringing that out into the world, that other people are going to see what they see in you, and they're not going to have access to you anymore or in the same way. Again, I'm assuming from this, it's this feeling that like their behaviors are the thing that's causing what they're afraid of. But with the Page to the Knight of Pentacles reversed and then that King of Pentacles reversed to the bottom, yeah, we have the Hangman reversed beneath that. They are disrupting your stability, whether intentionally and consciously or not, right? And I feel like with the Hangman reverse, you've caught on to this, and this is why you might be trying to distance yourself from this person. And it's almost, I feel like, making them kind of like, again, ratchet up their behaviors. So I want to know more about this. Sorry, I have stray hairs. It's driving me bonkers. The Lovers reverse. This person could be a Gemini. The King of Pentacles reversed. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And Strength, yeah. I want to look at this one too. Six of Swords reversed. This is a healing card, but this for me, because it usually shows the woman and her child in the boat, is always like an inner child healing card. So there's a very strong, yeah, we have the Emperor at the bottom. Very strong home and family kind of energy. So what I'm getting is kind of more of the same. The more you're sort of choosing what makes you happy, choosing what's actually in alignment with you, and getting stable and grounded within yourself, the more this triggers this person, it might reflect back to them where they are not stable within themselves. This person could be your boss. This person could be a business owner with the King of Pentacles, or again, like a father figure. With the Emperor at the bottom as well, I almost feel like this is you guys. The more you're getting stable and confident in yourself, in your skills, in your life, in creating what you want for yourself, the more triggered this person gets. And I feel like you've tried to be very patient with them because you recognize that it's a lack of healing. You may have tried to point this out to them. You may have tried to, I just feel like you've been very patient with knowledge here. You've been trying to share your authentic truth. You've been trying to explain things to them without overstepping your own boundaries. You've been trying to kind of let them know what's been going on, let them know about the journey you've been on. And this is just creating issues, right? Because the Six of Swords always follows the Five of Swords, which is this communicative and mental conflict, somebody who wants to just fight with you. It's like, they'll win at all costs, right? They don't really care. They'll just lash out in the moment and then later on kind of be like, oh, it's fine. This person doesn't understand how their mental and communicative patterns are disrupting and destroying this relationship. I think part of them knows it, but they don't know how to stop themselves. And it's like you've been very patient waiting for them to like get it. And they're just not they're just not, it does not compute. And with completion here, I think you guys know this cycle is over and needs to end. So what's blocking kind of your energy frequency right now is this situation or connection, right? It's causing disharmony. There needs to be harmony in your home, right? If you can't go home and like get true peace and rest, you know, where can you? For some of you, this can also be like a sibling, or like this could be a friend that you've known since childhood, or roommate that you've like roomed with forever. This is somebody that's like family to you. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you've been waiting because you've invested a lot with this person. You've been waiting to like, you've been very patiently waiting for them to kind of get it and start to grow with you and walk with you and meet you where you're at, and it's just not happening. So I want to see what kind of practical steps and like pieces of advice your guides are offering, because I know sometimes, you know, we can't always leave a living situation right off the bat, or like some boundaries are easier than others to set. With the 3 of Swords at the bottom, I feel like there's a lot of sadness about this. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles reversed. The 5 of Wands reversed. Talk about a power struggle. The 9 of Cups reversed. And the 2 of Swords reversed. Okay, so first of all, I'm getting trust your instinct, trust your intuition about the situation in this person, right? This has this energy of like, I don't know, am I the asshole? No, this person, you know, doesn't mean harm, I feel like, but this person's deeply unhealed. This person would rather have a power struggle with you than be disconnected from you. And the thing is, they don't have to be disconnected from you, but the relationship dynamic needs to change as you're changing your own life. You're creating balance and reciprocity for yourself and letting go of anything that's just not flourishing in your life, that's not serving you, that's not blossoming, right? You're letting that go. You're not waiting around for things to you know, maybe someday get it together, maybe come through. You're like, nope, I'm going to give it adequate time and then I'm moving forward. This is really all about cultivating more stability. And like I said, this person likes to disrupt your stability with the 5 of Wands. This person also very likely disrupts their own stability. It's not personal to you. It's how they live their life. And I don't think they're aware of this. If you're like, hey, guess what? Do you like to disrupt your own stability today? They're going to be like, no, what's wrong with you? But this is what happens, right? There's a lot of self-sabotage here. This person is more comfortable living in chaos because, as I mentioned, they have not healed their relationship to peace yet. And so the advice here is to try to, first of all, don't doubt what you want. Don't doubt that your wishes are coming to you. Don't doubt your dreams. Try to make conscious decisions to spend time doing things you love. This will bring in the good energy. If you can get away from this person, do so. I feel like there's guilt here, and there's like fear about, maybe there's fear about like financial resources here, but I feel like there's also just fear around like you don't want to hurt this person because you do love them. And they're saying they've got to learn on their own, because now their kind of addiction to chaos is now taking away from you. It's stealing from you. So putting as much distance and boundaries as you can up with this person is really going to be the best use of time and energy for you. But for those of you where, you know, that has a limit, or you can't like immediately extricate yourself, make sure you're giving to yourself first, right? Energetically, we always say like, oh, pay yourself first. Energetically, this is true as well. Energetically, pay yourself first. Create a little oasis. Create, you know, more of a schedule or hobbies that like give you energy, that make you feel good, that make you feel empowered. Pay yourself first, and try to limit how much you are around this person as much as possible. Try not to get swept up in drama with them. I know it's much easier said than done. You guys, these stray hairs, much easier said than done, but it's like, try to almost keep the emotional blinders on, where it's like, nope, I'm not going to engage with this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to take the bait. I'm not going to try to help them. They got to figure it out on their own. Even if they try to make you feel bad for that, even if they try to like pressure you or be like, you know, oh, you only care about yourself or something like that. This is their wound talking. Because again, I do feel like this person is prone to manipulation. I would also say for those of you who are making your plans, do so quietly. Do so in silence and in secret, as much as you can, because again, this person's energy is like, and it will disrupt your energetic frequency if you kind of put it out there to this person. So just like keep your plans to yourself for the time being. I kind of want to know what's up ahead though, because there's this new beginning that's coming in, And I want to give you guys some like fresh news here. Page of Swords, beautiful. Some of you are going back to school. The Chariot, okay. The Three of Swords. And the Four of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so Ace of Cups, there's an emotional renewal. There's an offer coming in. Some of you, you've been learning a lot about healing, and this is really, really paying off, right? Because you're really working through like letting go of your comfort zones, working through those unhealthy emotional foundations that have kept you stagnant and stuck. And with the Chariot, this is going to lead to a lot of movement forward. Some of you are literally moving homes. You're getting an opportunity. Somebody's reaching out to you digitally through text, through DM. They have an offer. Hey, you know, my roommate just moved out. Do you need a room? You know, they're going to be like, hey, I was thinking about moving to this place, but I don't want to move by myself. Would you have any interest, right? Some of you, you're getting a travel opportunity, and that will lead you to somewhere that you're going to want to move to. So if you can, be open to travel opportunities. I'm hearing over the next 3 months in particular. But what this is like leading to is this beautiful emotional renewal, and that's going to produce a lot more like healthy, healed energy that will be easier for manifesting what you would like. I want to cut the deck here. Yeah, Hermit, don't be afraid to spend time alone though in your own energy for healing and rest, recuperation. There's the Knight of Swords, and then yeah, the Seven of Wands, because again, this person's energetic frequency is kind of like an attack on your energy right now, and it's really, really important to protect your energy so you can finish up this healing process and move forward. So I think that's everything I've got for group 3. I hope this has been helpful. If you need help with your specific situation, shop is linked in the description box below. Feel free to check out any of my readings there, but I do also offer custom readings. It has been an honor, a joy, and a delight to get to read for you today, and I hope I get to again real soon. Take care, guys. Bye.